Howdy fellow YouTubers, my name is BobStraitFTW, and today I'd like to talk about Battlefield. On today's episode of Let's Say Nothing But Good Things About Battlefield, we'll be talking about the current CTE changes that will be coming to the normal game soon. DICE is trademarked soon. For those of you who do not know what CTE is an acronym for Community Test Environment, and in this Community Test Environment, DICE can upload patches like every other day compared to what they do normally, which is one day every 2 months. What this essentially gives DICE the ability to do is create patches that don't break our game when they eventually come out. Gives them a way to test their new ideas and see if the community is going to act well to these changes. Now, all the stuff that they've been doing on CTE lately has been awesome. The game just overall runs better, and we all have noticed a slight decrease in performance of the game since the release of Dragon's Teeth. I think we can all agree on that. Even though they said they didn't touch anything, it still feels really off, but apparently that's fixed in CTE. Now, from my experiences, I have had a huge problem with lag lately, or netcode errors, whatever you want to call them. It's just, it doesn't feel like when you shoot someone, you get hit markers. It's more of, you shoot someone, you run away, then you get hit markers. That's what it feels like constantly in this game now. I'm not sure what's going on, but it's fixed, and they need to bring it to all the rest of the consoles trademarked soon. Along with that, they've added the idea of triage, and what this is if you are a medic person with the defibrillators, you'll be able to see how long someone has until they officially die. That way, in a combat situation, you don't go running around charging, defibbing, and then they die right as you defib. You can decide whether you need to do a quick revive or 100% revive, because there is no middle ground, I swear. Now, this little next comment doesn't really pertain to the video, but I would like to say that if you do revive someone at very low health, make sure that you stand in between the enemy and the person that you just revived, or else they are going to die immediately. This is probably one of the greatest things to ever be invented in Battlefield, other than kill assist counts as kill. I think we can all agree that that is the best addition, best minute addition made to any Battlefield game ever. I cannot tell you how many times I will walk up on a dude and I'm just charging away, but I started charging a little further away than I thought, and I don't want to like release my charge before I get to the subject that I'm trying to revive, so I just kind of sit there and keep charging as I come towards him, and he dies in the middle of that process. That makes me so angry, and this would relieve that stress. And when it comes to video games, removing stress is a key feature, especially in first-person shooters. When you remove that stress, people enjoy the game more. Now, there are some stressful events that happen that they're supposed to be stressful, but when you get dicked over by the game and not another player, that feels like someone's cheating, and nobody likes cheating. Something that I'm really excited for with the next version of Battlefield, and when I say version, yes, I mean version, they're gonna change so much about this game, you may not even recognize it. Well, DICE will be increasing your movement speed overall, therefore you can run faster, and what I see the big plus side of this is you won't get killed around corners as often due to the fact that your character will be running faster and the netcode doesn't have enough time to dick you over. Now, this is a scenario that we are all attuned to because we are all Battlefield players here. Let's be honest. We turn the corners and we see someone, and we're like, oh gosh, they have the jump on me. Turn back around the corner, you're behind the corner, obviously, and then you die. It's as if their bullets turned the corner and said, hey, I'm coming for you, no matter if you're behind that wall or not, I'ma get you. No, Battlefield, that's not correct. That's not how bullets think. I guess bullets don't think. Nonetheless, it does feel like the game is cheating you when it comes to that. You know that you weren't there. You were not there. You could not have gotten shot like that. But because the game has such loose quote-unquote netcode, it happens. It happens all the time. It happens constantly. And I do feel like faster movement speed will, one, help that, and it'll just overall be a more fun experience. Now, a lot of people are gonna call Battlefield out for trying to be more like Call of Duty, but quit trying to compare the two games. They are just not the same. No matter what you do to one, it will never, ever be Call of Duty. Battlefield will never be Call of Duty unless they rename it Call of Duty. That's just simple math, people! Another really cool feature that they're adding that was kind of in Battlefield Hardline is another hit marker for when you damage someone's skull cavity. So now, whenever you get a headshot in Battlefield, it'll be a different hit marker indicator than the normal one that you get. It'll be a little bigger than normal. That way you know that, oh, I landed a headshot, and you can decide whether or not to reload. It's just an overall, just a great system. No one was really asking for it, but they're adding it, and it's like, why not, man? Now, in the last patch, a lot of people didn't realize this, but they broke 3 game modes. Before it even came out, they broke Chain Link, they broke Carrier Assault, and they broke Defuse. Defuse is by far the most frustrating one, because you'll go into Defuse, and if you change your class at all, you get stuck in this infinite blue sky screen, whatever, and you can't come out of it. It is impossible. You have to quit, rejoin the game for that to happen. They need to fix that, and they need to fix that soon, because I love Defuse. I play Defuse all the time with all of my friends, and it is a great experience, except when that happens. Now, with Chain Link and Carrier Assault, they kind of did the same thing. They limited those games to 10 minutes, and for those of you who didn't know, those games aren't supposed to last 10 minutes. Those games are supposed to last 30 minutes. They do on PC, but they don't on Xbox and PS4. This is crazy. Why would they even touch that? How does that even happen? I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to fix, but the fact that they haven't done it already, I bet that that's a server-side thing. I bet that has nothing to do with a patch. And why haven't they changed that? That just sounds freaking crazy to me. This makes it almost impossible to get those assignments that require you to play those game modes. The Killjoy assignment, to have to win a game with 50 or less tickets, that is impossible. I got it, but that is impossible with a 10-minute countdown timer, because you know you're on your track, you're almost there, and then the game just ends because the timer ran out. It sucks. That's the most horrible feeling, to the fact that you cannot get that. Again, I say I did, but I got really lucky. I played Chain Link for minimum 20 hours before I got that. It was ridiculous. Let's go back to CTE for a second. One of the cool things that they changed in that is they removed Commander Mode from Rush, because Rush is so tight-knit close quarters that it might as well be domination. Not really. I mean, don't hurt me. But it is very close quarters, and the fact that one team could have a commander and the other team couldn't, and the fact that everyone was so close that one UAV could cover the entire map, it was quite ridiculous, and frankly, I'm really glad that they removed Commander Mode. They also did a whole bunch of little tweaks to Rush, and I cannot wait until this comes to the real retail release of the game, because it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be heaven on Earth Battlefield. The last but definitely not least feature that I'm going to talk about in this video is the ability to change your HUD around. And when I say change your HUD around, I don't actually mean move things around your screen, whatever. It's more of you can change the opacity of certain objects so that you don't have as much screen clutter, especially when you zoom in. Now, this is extremely helpful because, as we all know, when you are just moving around in Battlefield, there's just random crap on your frickin' screen, especially on your minimap. I don't know how they're gonna fix that, but the random crap that's laying around, you won't be able, or you can customize how you can see that, and that's just like, it's magical, and it's Tinkerbell farts, and it's so like glossy and so pretty. So I just want to thank DICE as the final note on this video for making all these changes and making sure that they don't break our game when they come out, testing it first, you know, using us, because, I mean, what company doesn't do that nowadays? And overall, making a better product for the consumer. I really enjoy better things for the consumer, mainly because I am a consumer. If you made it to this part of the video, please put the word Tinkerbell farts in your comment in the comment section below so that I know that you watched the video all the way to the end and are the best viewer and or subscriber ever. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helped me and my channel out. That is all. I was thinking about another channel for the other series that I do other than for games that aren't Battlefield related, mainly because those don't